Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth. We're looking at a nice day, 58 to 60, kind of like yesterday. Same tomorrow. Mix of sun and clouds. We will take it. A reminder, this Saturday is another ticket blitz, just like the one we had this past Saturday at Boot Barn, Cande.
Ah.
Yeah, we are giving away the same tickets, all the biggies. We got Morgan Wallen, Cody Johnson, Sam Hunt, Luke Bryan, Jimmy Allen, Darius Rucker, Shania. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It is happening this Saturday, 11 a.m., 11 to 1, at 6144 Route 25A in Wading River. It's the Peconic Bay Medical Center. It's like local doctors. It's a Wading River Professional Center, part of Peconic Bay, and it's your local neighborhood doctors going to be there to answer questions, get to meet you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep, and hey, maybe you need your blood pressure checked. Maybe they'll do that for you, you know. And we'll give out tickets every 10 minutes, a Ticket Blitz winner. All the details on our socials, so if you need the address, but it is in Wading River, 11 a.m. Saturday. We will see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, man, we had some time at Boot Barn, so if it's anything like that, we are excited about it.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to mention, before we get into national days and good news, the Knicks, Cande. Have you been following the New York Knicks?
I'm sorry, I have not.
Okay. And we're not going to spend a long time on basketball. That's not what this morning show is built on. But as you know, when I was a kid, I went to a ton of Knick games. My father had tickets through his company. And anyway, long story short, I started going when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, when the Knicks were bad, before Patrick Ewing, pre-1985. I was going to Knick games. And then when they got good, I was there, 87, 88, 89. You know, they started to build their team into the early 90s. Saw Jordan a few times. I mean, it was just one of the most passionate, crazy fan bases, one of the crazy places, still to this day, probably the loudest arena I've ever been in for anything, sports or concert or otherwise. And I bring it up because the Knicks are having this resurgence. They are, tomorrow is another game, not tonight, but they are up 3-1. They have a shot to get out of the first round of the playoffs. And if you had the TV on, watching the 2 games this weekend from Madison Square Garden, Cande, I'm texting with my dad, right? And he's like, brought back such memories. The Garden was on fire this weekend. Oh, my God. One of the great things, if you have not been to a New York Knicks playoff game, it's something that is just sits in your brain, will never leave your brain if you're in that place. It's incredible. Brought back such memories for me. So
I'm so happy for you. That's a nice story.
Yeah, of all the teams, I mean, you know, we're Yankee fans, we're Ranger fans, but of all the things, the Knicks, if the Knicks could go get a championship, that place is just...
New York would lose its mind.
They would lose its mind. It would be bigger than any other championship this city has ever won. It has been so long that this fan base has been craving a championship. So, yeah. Anyway, had to... I know there's a lot of other people who are feeling the same way. So
yes, I would say
yeah.
Absolutely.
Today is National Hug a Plumber Day.
Oh, let me find one.
Wow.
This is what I'll run the streets. I'll run out in the streets today looking for a plumber.
I have a plumber on speed dial. And let me tell you, Jordan, my plumber, anytime there's a problem, I call him up. He's there that night.
So he deserves a big hug. Maybe
oh my God.
Prefer a hug, though, from Dana. And not you.
Whatever it is, I don't care who he can choose who he wants to hug him. I don't care. But yes, I definitely would hug my plumber. It's National DNA Day today. On this day in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick formally announced their discovery of DNA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
1953. Now,
wow.
Fast forward, it's now used to catch criminals and all, and find
Yes.
birth parents and all these other things, Candy.
Yes.
So
Very
pretty
interesting.
incredible.
Mhm.
It's National Zucchini Bread Day today.
I love zucchini bread.
Yeah, I like
Make me
zucchini,
some.
so why not? Remember at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was baking bread?
I do, yes. There was
Yeah.
we couldn't get yeast. Then we finally
Yeah.
found yeast. Yeah. We
It's
were all went mad a little.
a little bit. National East Meets West Day. This commemorates the day that the Eastern Front of the Allied forces met the Western Front, and it marked an important step toward ending World War II.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good thing to celebrate.
yes.
It is National Telephone Day today.
Remember the telephone? The one that used to hang on the wall.
Yes, yes.
And you put a long cord on it.
Yes,
You
yes.
walk around.
Yes.
Oh,
Those were the
anybody remember
days.
that?
Those were the days. And by the way, do you know around the world there are now 9.82 billion mobile phones?
Not surprising.
Incredible.
They pick up an extension, your mother or father, and tell you to get off the phone.
It's true.
I'm expecting a call. Can you
Yep.
imagine? These
By the way,
kids don't have a clue
no
what
clue.
it used to be like.
And right, you had to literally call the house and speak to someone's parents and say, "Could Jimmy come out and play today?" There are still 931 million landlines around the world, by the way.
Oh,
Still. And
Not
today's National Library Workers' Day, Candy.
oh,
Yeah, valuable contributions of the library staff. And I think we honor the library staff. Absolutely.
yes, I agree.
They're great. It's really a lost art, being a good librarian, Candy. Love that. So thank you. Thank you to all the library workers. We truly appreciate you. Absolutely. We end our show always with some good news. Let's see what we can find for you today. How about the state trooper in Utah who got into a head-on crash on purpose to stop a wrong-way driver?
Wow, quite
Yeah.
brave of him.
The 62-year-old driver suffered minor injuries. He'll be okay. The trooper was not hurt. I don't know the story. I don't know if the guy did wrong or maybe he passed out behind the wheel. I don't know if it was a good or a bad situation. But nonetheless, the state trooper saved the day.
Very good.
A vet in Pennsylvania saved a poodle named Toodles.
Toodles!
It overdosed on opioids.
What?
Maybe it got into its owner's opioids. I don't know. But they gave the poodle Narcan. He's already made a full recovery. Sounds like the owner may have been using fentanyl. Toodles is now being put up for adoption, thankfully.
Wow, that is so horrible.
Yeah. A deaf woman in the UK has a 2-year-old cat named Zebby, who alerts her when her phone rings or there's a strange sound in the house. So the cat doesn't have formal training. The extra help is just a role that the cat has taken on. And it's a big enough deal to make Zebby one of 12 finalists in the National Cat Awards this year.
Look at that.
I didn't even know there was a National Cat Awards, by the way.
I didn't either, but I'm not surprised. There's an award for everything.
Yes, and Michigan State's Dairy Center has started holding monthly cow petting events to help people de-stress. They started doing it for their teaching staff a few months ago. So popular, they've opened it to the public. You can now cow pet in Michigan. Candy?
Yeah, I'm going to skip that.
Oh, that looks cute. I have to tell you, every time I go to Dina's house, I pass a farm, and there's a cow there that's been there forever. Her name is Annabelle. And you can see Annabelle. She's always outside, rolling around in the grass, or just standing there. And we love Annabelle, Candy. So,
Aw.
yeah. That does it for our show today. Another Tuesday in the books. I want you to have a great rest of your day. Please, Candy.
As soon as I get some sleep, I'm going to be a new person.
Yes, go get some rest. Thank you to Ryan and Amanda, our great producers. I'm here till noon. Jay Letterman after that. Jim Voice Guy O'Brien follows him. 58 to 60, mix of sun and clouds. We will take it, and let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.